Welcome to Module 2A. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to set up your first Google/YouTube ad. Now, in video 2, just kind of provide you with a recap, I provided you with a step-by-step approach for recording your first video, creating your YouTube channel, and also creating your Google/advertising account. So if you haven't done those steps yet, you're going to want to go back to video 2 and finish them before you move on to this step. Now let's get started with creating your first advertisement. All you need to do is log into your Google Ads account and click on New Campaign. And as we discussed in video 2, basically Google makes it as easy as possible to create your first ad. So as you can see, there's a number of choices here. What you want to do is you want to choose Get Leads. Next, you're going to click on Continue. Now it's going to ask you for your campaign type. You're going to want to click on Video. Now if you haven't set up Drive Conversions yet, you're going to want to do that before you move on with the process of creating your ad. Basically, Drive Conversions tells Google what your goal is and what you hope to accomplish when people visit your site. So if you haven't set it up, go ahead, pause this video, follow their prompts, and get that set up. Then come back and restart the video. Now, once you've restarted the video, you're just going to click on Continue. And the final page that you should see is the last part of the actual campaign setup. Simple and easy. You want to choose a campaign name. Next, you want to determine which location you want to target. Obviously, if you're based in the USA, it'll be United States. After that, you want to choose languages. English will always be the default language, but as you can see, Google gives you a ton of options. For the United States, you probably would want to choose Spanish because that's the kind of like the second language that everybody speaks in the United States, so to speak. So I would recommend Spanish, and maybe even your own native language. If it's Chinese, Japanese, etc., you may want to consider adding those languages for the language option here, because you don't want to forget to target other languages, because that's a whole, it just opens up a plethora of opportunities for connecting with people when it comes to advertising. Next, you want to choose your bid strategy. So I recommend leaving it on maximize conversions. And from here, you want to choose your budget and your dates. So I always recommend sticking with daily and setting an amount for the money that I want to spend on a daily basis. So for someone who's just getting started with running Google Ads, I'd recommend starting out no less than $5 a day, because if you put in $5 a day, Google will tell you automatically if that's too low, as you can see right here. So if you decided to bump it up to $22.95 a day, what you would want to do is let your advertisement run for, let's say, only 5 days, then pause it to check the results, because if you're not getting conversions after 5 days, then something's wrong. So keep that in mind. And then your end date, you could set up a new end date here if you wanted to, or just leave it as is. You can also choose the network that you want your ad to run on. You can add an additional site link to the advertisement itself. Keep in mind that Google will provide you with tips and hints along the way, like they're showing right there. Assets get up to 24% more conversions by adding a site link asset. There's also additional settings that you can consider down here, or you can just minimize that and leave that as is. Now it's going to ask you for an ad group name. Next, it's going to ask you for your audience. So if you haven't created your audience yet, you'll want to click on that and follow their prompts to create the audience for your ad. It's also going to ask you for some more options. It's going to offer you more options for optimizing targeting. And now finally, we get to the final part of the process. It's going to ask you for the link for the ad that you want to promote. So as I showed you yesterday, all you have to do is just go back to YouTube and then just click right up here. And then there's the link for your video. So you just copy it, go back to the Google Ads page, and then you just paste it in there, just like that. And then your video should show up right over here on the right, just like that. Now it's going to ask you for more of it's going to offer you more options to add to your ad, to your advertisement. You could put in a final URL in there if you wanted to. You could put in a call to action, headline, long headline. These are all pretty commonplace when it comes to running advertisements online. The description. And once again, all you do is you just basically follow all the prompts that Google wants you to go through. And then once you get down to the bottom of the page, you're just going to click on Create Campaign. And then from there, it's done. So as we discussed previously, I recommend waiting until the next day to start your Google/YouTube ad. And also, I recommend going with normal business hours, Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Simply because, if you're targeting homeowners, most people are, during the regular work week, they're at work, they're in their office, they have their phone right next to them, and pretty much these days, everybody watches YouTube at least once during a normal business day. So, you have a greater chance of targeting the people that you want to target and getting some good leads from your Google/YouTube ad if you run it during normal business hours when people can actually see it. So, but keep in mind though that with advertising, you want to do what's called split testing. You want to start branching out and running your advertisement at different times of the day and things like that, just to kind of see maybe your ads will convert better in the afternoon versus 8 to 5. So keep those things in mind when you're creating your ads, and don't be afraid to play around with it as you move forward with Google and YouTube ads. So, and it's like I said, if you want your ad to run for 2 weeks, let it run for 5 days first, stop it, and analyze. Are you getting conversions from that ad? Are people visiting the website? Are they clicking on your links? Things like that. If not, then you want to tell yourself, okay, something's wrong. What do I need to fix? Do I need to go back and readjust my website so that I get more conversions from that? Do I need to change my advertisement out? Are people not responding, efficiently to that? So, you have to really analyze these things, because you just don't want to let your advertisement run, and then after 10 days you come back and say, crap, I spent $100 and it didn't convert, and I have no idea what went wrong. Always pause it like right in the middle of the campaign to analyze, and if things are converting, if you're getting leads, then you could have confidence. You could restart it and let your campaign run for the full 2 weeks. So I hope this video helps. If you have any additional questions, feel free to email me, and I'll be glad to discuss them, answer them further for you. Sorry. So thanks again for watching this video and for being a loyal customer. I appreciate your business. Have a great day. Bye.